Hello everyone there in the YouTube land. Do you have one of these old IH battery chargers, or possibly called a Century 1200, and it's not charging as good as it used to? Well, I'm going to show you what I did to mine, and I'll link below where I found on a forum talking about this conversion. But first, the reason why my battery charger wasn't working at all was because the wires in the plug broke. So check the easy stuff first if it's totally dead, not working. But if it's just not charging like it used to be, maybe this will help give it some new life. I bought some new parts from Amazon, and I'll link down below the parts, but this is the tag that was on the bag. Not sure if it means anything, but if you've never seen inside one of these old guys, here you go. I got all the screws out of it right now. Handle's seen better days, so I put a strap on there. Don't mind the mess on the bench. Just pretend it's not there. I'm in the process of trying to find my claw hammer. Can't seem to find where I put it. Anyways, here's if you guys are familiar with the inside of one of these, you'll see the modifications I did right away. So what I did is I put a couple diodes here. Originally it was this guy over here. That and that, and I replaced them with these, but it's not quite a direct replacement. The link that I'm going to put below to the forum where I found information about this listed that basically where these wires run here, they go to this cord, the ground, that you shouldn't even have to mess with those. And all you should have to do is take the wire that was on here and on here and move them to this terminal. Well, not sure if you guys can see it. Hey, be quiet over there. There's a little symbol on here, and it looks like an arrow and a flat line. Mine, the arrow's pointing that way. And I thought that's what I needed. It looked just like what they used. But I had to reverse the polarity on these wires because my positive was my ground and my ground was my positive. So if you get one of these where it's going the other way, or if you get the same one and just reverse your wires on the transformer, you'll be fine. So basically is what this is. This is some special coating on some plates, and it is insulated from the case with this orangish brownish colored board there, and this acts as a diode rectifier. So you're sending AC voltage into this coil, and then it chops the current to make DC using this stuff. And these things get all burnt up over the years. There's arcing on them. You can see some of them spots. It's just going to get worse, and then eventually it'll quit working altogether. And that's what the people on the farms found out. So then these are obsolete. I did find one on eBay, quite expensive, but it appears like you can go to this, and there's just this little clip in that hole. I bent it over, drilled it out, put that in there. Did that on both sides. These terminals here originally had a big eyelet on them because they were on there. I just cut that off, ran a self-drilling tapper screw in there, and that's it. This is for over temp, because this also acts as a heat sink. So this is a bimetal switch in here, which I don't have hooked up at the moment because I wanted to test it out. But I will be hooking that all back up the proper way once I'm done. But I have to go and put new ends on all these because they're just falling apart. This one is done once already. And the way this works, if you test it with your multimeter, they'll all have continuity to this common one over here. Well, what the deal is when you turn this knob, it's putting voltage into the transformer, but depending on how many windings are around the core is how much transfers to the other coil of wires. So when you turn the switch to different spots, it injects the voltage at a different location, a different number of windings, and that's how you get the different amps. And if you test this without being on a battery, it basically shows like difference in voltages, which ends up translating into amps when you got it hooked up to a load. So I'll plug this thing in for you guys. Once again, just pretend this mess isn't here. I'm working on it. This is kind of my junk table. Okay, so I got that plugged in right now. I'm gonna go and put this on the battery and put my test lead on. First of all, show you how much voltage is in this battery. This came out of my boat. 12.9. I'm going to turn the battery charger on to slow. Twelve, 4, 8. And it's showing no amps. I'm not going to turn that knob. I'm just going to hook this up. I'm going to put my voltmeter lead in there too so I can see what it's doing. And the volts are starting to go up. Well, this thing's humming a little bit more, and the amps are up. Same settings. Now this thing used to not go up very high, but it really goes up now. You hear that? That's putting some current in there. Fast charge. Sorry. This is on slow charge. 12 volt slow. 12 volt fast. Boost. So, there you go. It works, and it should transfer the heat back to them heat sinks. Well, it seems to be working again as it once did, and these parts weren't very expensive. Just remember, when you're working on this kind of stuff with electricity, don't be sticking your hands in here when these are hooked up to a battery or that's hooked up to the wall. And before you attempt to charge a battery with this after doing this conversion, make sure you check the polarity of your leads, because you might have to reverse this. I guess I didn't really explain this. One wire from each of those goes to your ground, and then the other wire goes to each side of the transformer wrapping there, and then the positive comes out on the center tap, so that's halfway between. Well guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified. Take care and God bless.
You want to run them?